Welcome to Wrestling with God, the podcast where we take on the big questions without easy answers. I'm Cliff Sims. Today, we're talking about doubt. Maybe you're someone who wants to believe, but you've got questions, big ones. Maybe faith has never quite made sense to you. Or maybe deep down, you want it to be true, but just can't quite get there. If that sounds like you, you are in the right place. Let's wrestle with it together. Let's be real. Doubt is a natural part of how we process the world. We question everything. Politics, history, science. Why wouldn't we question faith too? If you've ever felt like belief was just out of your reach, you're not alone. Some of the biggest thinkers in history, philosophers, scientists, even religious leaders have struggled with the same questions. But here's something to consider. Doubt isn't necessarily the enemy of belief. It can actually be a path to a more thoughtful, grounded understanding. If we never ask hard questions, we're just accepting ideas blindly, and that's not faith. That's just going with the flow. Think about this. Have you ever changed your mind on something important? Maybe a political view, a scientific idea, or even just your taste in music. Growth happens when we allow ourselves to question, explore, and wrestle with ideas that challenge us. Faith is no different. So why do we doubt? There are plenty of reasons, but here are a few big ones. Intellectual doubts. Maybe you've heard arguments against Christianity that seem convincing. Science, history, logic. Does faith hold up? 2, experiential doubts. Maybe life has dealt you some hard blows, and it makes you wonder, if God is real, why does suffering exist? 3, moral doubts. Maybe parts of religious belief don't sit right with you. Some things in the Bible might seem outdated or even unjust. Doubt isn't just about facts. It's personal. It's about what we've been through, what we've seen, and what we feel deep down. And that's why it's worth wrestling with. For example, think about suffering. Many people struggle to reconcile a loving God with a world full of pain. But here's the question. What if our sense of justice, the very thing that makes us say this isn't right, is actually a clue that something bigger is out there? Could our longing for justice be pointing us toward a just God? So where do we go from here? How do you engage with doubt in a way that leads somewhere rather than just leaving you stuck? Here are 3 ways. The first way is ask the hard questions. Instead of assuming faith is a dead end, push into the tough questions. Does Christianity really have answers that hold up? Follow the evidence. The best way to seek truth is to go where the evidence leads. Whether that's science, philosophy, or history, don't settle for easy dismissals. Stay curious. Skepticism and open-mindedness, they aren't enemies. A real search for truth means being willing to challenge your own assumptions. One of the best things that you can do to engage with people who think differently is to read books from both sides, listen to debates, have conversations with believers and skeptics alike. The goal isn't to prove a point, it's to discover what's true. Doubt isn't a dead end, it's a doorway. The question is, will you walk through it? If you're skeptical, that's okay. Keep asking, keep searching. Faith isn't about blind belief, it's about finding something real, something worth holding on to. If this episode made you think, I would love to hear from you. What are your biggest doubts? What questions keep you up at night? Let's keep the conversation going. Subscribe, share, and join me next time as we take on another big question. Until then, keep on searching.